प्रेषाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिनि इति नामिने। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत इति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी असत देशतारिणे। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी असत देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे। गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय। हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। जय राधा गिरधारी राधा गिरधारी राधे। जय राधा गिरधारी राधा गिरधारी राधे। जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा। जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा। जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी नयन पथगामी भव तुम्हें। जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी नयन पथगामी भव तुम्हें। जय जय गुरुदेव 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 गुरुदेव। जय जय गुरुदेव 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 गुरुदेव। जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 प्रभुपाद। निताई गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल। निताई गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल। बोलो जगत गुरु शिला प्रभुपाद की जय। निताई गौर प्रेमानंद हरि हरि बोल। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। यशोदनंदन व्रज जन रंजन यशोदनंदन व्रज जन रंजन। यमुना तीरवनचारि यमुना तीरवनचारि। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयम् उदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवतीम् उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च। श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांता राधा कांत नमस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तविंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण। Welcome everyone in Bhagavad Gita class. So last time we had discussed till 4.16. So today we'll start from 4.17 onwards. So in 4.16 we had discussed about 12 Mahajanas. Who are the 12 Mahajanas? Swayambhur, Naradah, Sambhu, Kumarah, Kapilo, Manuh, Prahalado, Janko, Bhishmo, Balir, Vaya, Sakir, Vayam, द्वादशैते विजानीमो धर्मं भागवतं भतः गुह्यं विशुद्धं दुर्बोधं यम ज्ञानामृतम अश्नुते. So Lord Brahma, Bhagavan Narad, Lord Shiva, the four Kumaras, Lord Kapila, the son of Devahiti, Swayambhu Manu, Prahlad Maharaj, Janak Maharaj, grandfather Bhishma, Bali Maharaj, Sukdev Goswami, and I myself know the real religious principle. So these are the 12 Mahajanas, and I know all these principles of religion. So Lord Krishna had authorized these 12 Mahajanas that they know the principle of religion. So whatever they have done, you have to follow in the footsteps of these 12 Mahajanas. So Lord Krishna is telling Arjuna that you follow in the footsteps of 12 Mahajanas. They are great. They are the followers of principles of religion. And who is the primarily established, who has the primarily established the religion of principle? Lord Krishna himself. Dharmam tu sakshat, means only Lord Krishna can establish the principle of religion. And these 12 Mahajanas have followed in the footsteps of principles of religion, which was established by Lord Krishna. So, my dear servants, this transcendental religious principle, which is known as Bhagavad Dharma, or surrender unto the Supreme Lord and love for Him, is uncontaminated by the material modes of nature. It is very confidential and difficult for ordinary human beings to understand. But if by chance one fortunately understands it, he is immediately liberated and thus he returns home back to Godhead. So we should follow, we should all follow in the footsteps of four Kumaras. Now we'll discuss about 4.17 transcendental knowledge. So the fourth chapter, name of fourth chapter is transcendental knowledge, Divya Gyan. Okay, so what is there in 4.17? Intricacies of karma are difficult to understand. Karma, akarma, vikarma. So the intricacies of karma are very, very difficult to understand. So Lord Krishna is telling Arjuna, oh Arjuna, it is very difficult. It is very, very difficult to understand the intricacies of karma. So let us see what is 4.17. 4.17. कर्मणो हि अपि बोधव्यं बोधव्यं च विकर्मणः अकर्मणश्च बोधव्यं गहना कर्मणो गतिः. So Lord Krishna is saying gahana karmano gati. It is very difficult to understand the law of karma, the intricacies of karma. Karmano hi api bodhavyam. So what is karma? Try to understand. Bodhavyam cha vikarmana. What is vikarma? Try to understand. What is akarmana? Akarmanasya bodhavyam. What is akarma? Try to understand. So Lord Krishna is telling Arjuna, oh Arjuna, try to understand what is karma, what is akarma, and what is vikarma. So in this shloka, Lord Krishna is telling Arjuna that try to understand the intricacies of karma, and it is very difficult. So you have to try to understand. So if anything is difficult and you don't try to understand, that it is very difficult to understand what is the particular task and why it is difficult and what is difficult. The intricacies of action are very hard to understand. Therefore, one should know properly what action is, what forbidden action is, and what inaction is. Okay, so we have to understand what is action, what is inaction, and what is forbidden action. So there are three things. So Lord Krishna in Bhagavad Gita has told that to know every living entity is eternal servant of Lord Krishna. So in Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna has explained it very well through Arjuna that every living entity is eternally servant of Lord Krishna. So why we have taken about to serve Lord Krishna. Whatever activity, whatever karma we are doing, we should enjoy doing it in the service of Lord Krishna. We should offer it to Lord Krishna. We should not enjoy the fruits of action. We should do our karma sincerely, and whatever fruit we get, we should offer it to Lord Krishna. So sometimes we get profit, sometimes we get loss. What if we get profit, we should offer it to Lord Krishna. If you get loss, that we also offer it to Lord Krishna. So whatever profit and loss we are getting, it is because of mercy of the Lord Krishna only. And if you are working in the Krishna consciousness, then whatever activity you are doing, it is free from all sinful reactions. Okay, and if you are doing activity in the Krishna consciousness, you are free from three modes of material nature, and this is called akarma. Akarma means what? You are chanting for Krishna, you are cooking for Krishna, you are cleaning for Krishna, you are driving for Krishna, you are preaching for Krishna. So in every activity you are serving to Krishna. Then there will be no painful reaction. You will be free from all the three modes of material nature. Lord Krishna explains difference between karma, akarma, and vikarma. Why one needs to understand this? If one is serious about liberation, one need to understand distinction, and it is very difficult subject matter. Speculation won't help. Learn from authority, and that's why Lord Krishna is saying the intricacies of karma. It is very difficult to understand. So you have to become sincere, and you have to listen it from Lord Krishna only, or you have to listen it from devotee, from the association of devotees, from authorized people, from the people those who are coming from parampara, from disciplic succession. They only can explain it. Why? Because they have learned it from disciplic succession. They are not doing any new thing, only they are distributing it. Whatever they have got it from their parampara, they are just distributing it. Okay, so we need to understand it. So what is karma? Karma, working with attachments according to Shastra. So in karma, what happens? People is following Guru, people is following Shastra, people they are following scriptural injunctions, but they are doing the particular activity with attachment. They enjoy the result. And vikarma means forbidden action. They are not following any Guru, Sadhu, Shastra. They are not following any scriptural injunctions, not following any rules and regulations. They are not following four rules, 16 round chantings. Okay, they are doing against the scriptural instructions. Whatever Krishna has told, I will not follow. I will do something different. So they are the atheists. They are the actually atheists. They are not following the Guru, Sadhu, Shastra. They are working against the scriptural injunctions, and they are the and they don't offer the result to Krishna. So they suffer it. Accordingly, they suffer it. Okay. Akarma, action in Krishna consciousness. Those, what is akarma? Akarma means the activity which you are performing without attachment to the fruits of action. So the people, those who are in Krishna consciousness, their every activity belongs to akarma. Okay. So how to do akarma? How to learn this? So I am control of the whole. I am the controller of the whole. Lord Krishna is saying, creation, whole creation, by my desire, it is manifested again and again, and by my desire, it is destroyed in the end. So Lord Krishna himself is saying to Arjuna, telling Arjuna, oh Arjuna, I am the cause of entire creation. Because of me, aham sarvasya prabho, mattah sarvam pravartate. So Lord Krishna is saying the entire world, the entire universe, all spiritual world, material world, the entire creation is because of me. I create it again and again. And at the end, it is annihilated by me only. So, how you can do this? You can follow the Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra. So, most of us, me, of the action that it was big bang. Okay. So, the people, those who are in the activity, their akarma belongs to akarma when they are performing it in Krishna consciousness. Okay. So seeing action in inaction and action in action is explained in 4.18. Okay, so we'll see verse number 4.18. So this was the 4.17 where Krishna is telling Arjuna that intricacies of karma is very difficult to understand. To become my sincere student as well as devotee, I will explain you. I will explain you how to come out of this intricacies. 4.18. कर्मण्य अकर्मयः पश्येत् अकर्मणि च कर्मयः सा बुद्धिमान मनुष्येषु सा युक्तः कृष्ण कर्म कृत. So Lord Krishna is saying one who sees in action, in one who is seeing inaction in action, and action in inaction. He is intelligent among men, and he is in the transcendental position, although engaged in all sorts of activities. Although the people are engaged in all sorts of material activities, but those who know what is inaction in action, what is inaction in action, and what is action in inaction, they are intelligent. What is to be done in what is not to be done, and what is not to be done in what is to be done. Okay, so the people, those who understand these two things, they are intelligent. So Lord Krishna is saying that intelligent man, one who is in the transcendental position. Who is intelligent? He is the one who is in transcendental position. Who is in transcendental position? One who understands what is action in inaction and what is inaction in action. क्या नहीं करना चाहिए करने में से, और क्या करना चाहिए क्या नहीं करने में से. Okay, so that is the main transcendental position. The people who has knowledge this, what is to be done from what is not to be done, and what is not to be done from what is to be done. Okay, so karma, vikarma, and akarma. So what is karma? Work with attachment according to shastras. Results, good reaction following varnashrama system according to quality and work. So Lord Krishna has given us this varnashrama system. Okay, those who are impure, those who are in material activity, those who are involved, absorbed in material activity, they can follow varnashrama system and they can enjoy life with the Krishna and also develop the Krishna consciousness. So results, good reaction following varnashrama system according to quality and good work. Okay, vikarma, work with attachment against scriptural injunctions. Vikarma, they are not following any Saguru, Sadhu, and Shastra. They are all the activity are against the scriptural injunctions. And what is the result? Result is to bad reaction and suffering. They suffer. Their all activity belongs to duality. They get profit, they get loss. They sometimes they are happy, sometimes they are sad. Okay, so all the activity belongs to the three modes of material nature. Why? Because they are working against the scriptural injunction. They are not listening to Guru. They are not listening to Shastra. They are not listening to Sadhu. They are not following Bhagavad Gita. They are not following Bhagavatam. They are not following Chaitanya Charitamrita. They are not following the instructions of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Who is Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself is Krishna. He was the incarnation of Lord Krishna. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given us so many instructions. All the instructions are there in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Okay, so we can read and we can follow the scriptural instructions. Akarma, all acts done to please Lord Krishna. What is akarma? Akarma means without attachment. Whatever you are doing, that is without attachment. All acts done to please Lord Krishna. So I will do for the pleasure of Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna wants me to do this particular activity. I will do, I will enjoy, I will offer it to Krishna. So I am working here for Lord Krishna. We are all part and parcel of Supreme Lord Krishna. We are all fragmental part of Lord Krishna. So if you have got hand, leg and all, these are our fragmental part of our body. If our hand denies that I don't want to serve this body, if your leg denies that I don't want to serve this body, what will happen? There is no use of the body then. So all the body parts are working together. Because of that, we are active. We are able to do something and we perform the activity, and our body is active, our body is live. We can work, we can perform the certain activities. Similarly, we are all part and parcel. We are living entities. All living entities are part and parcel of Lord Krishna. So we all should work for Lord Krishna. Like all our body parts are working for our to fulfill the desire of this body. Similarly, we should fulfill the desire of Lord Krishna. We all living entities should fulfill the desire of Lord Krishna. That is the motive of our life. That is the main objective of our life. No desire for sense gratification. So those who are involved in a karma, they don't work for himself. They work for Lord Krishna. And they act as eternal servitor. Okay. So, and by following all these, they are following a karma. Means they are not attached with the results of action. They enjoy transcendental happiness, not available to impersonalists. This transcendental happiness is not available to impersonalists. Srila Prabhupada says, chant and be happy. Chant Hare Krishna and be happy. Chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra and be happy. What is Hare Krishna Mahamantra? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. So Lord Krishna, Srila Prabhupada is saying that follow the instructions of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given us Hare Krishna Mahamantra. We should all chant 24 hours a day. So I don't mean that you just leave all the activity and chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Not like that. Whatever activity you are doing, involve. Keep the Lord Krishna in center in all activities. I am doing it for Lord Krishna. This has been given by Lord Krishna, so I will do it my 100%. So that kind of sincerity is required. Okay. So those who work in a karma, those whose activities belongs to a karma, they enjoy transcendental happiness. And this transcendental happiness is never obtained by those who are impersonalists. Okay. So how to get immunity to reactions of work? By sense of eternal servitorship to Krishna. And intelligent man who is in the transcendental position understands inaction, in action, and action in inaction. So what is the inaction? Akarma. Acting but no reaction to work. Acting in platform of soul or acting in constitutional position. Okay. So what is inaction? That is akarma. Don't be attached to the fruits of activity, to the fruits of action. And what is action in action? Renunciation of work. A sannyasi without Krishna consciousness of Krishna appear not to be working, liable to all reactions. Example, breathing, walking, eating, accrue reaction. Okay. So that is the action in action. Okay. That is the renunciation of work. That is the 4.18. 4.18. Then we'll see 4.19. What is there in 4.19? Activity of one in full knowledge is devoid of sense gratification. Activities of one in full knowledge is devoid of sense gratification. So that is in verse 19. We'll see. यस्य सर्वे समारंभा काम संकल्प वर्जिता ज्ञानाग्निदग्ध कर्मणं तमाहु पंडितं बुधा. यस्य सर्वे समारंभा काम संकल्प वर्जिता Jnanagni karmanam damahu panditam buddha. So one is understood to be in full knowledge, whose every endeavor is devoid of desire. One is understood to be in full knowledge, whose every endeavor is devoid of desire for sense gratification. He is said by sages to be a worker for whom the reactions of work have been burned up by the fire of perfect knowledge. So yasya sarve samarambha kama sankalpa varjita. Okay, so those who are intelligent, they are not attached with their fruits of activity. They are not attached with the result. So sages, saintly persons are saying that they are intelligent. The three modes of material nature never touches them. They are free from all the sinful reactions. They are in perfect knowledge. So those who are in full knowledge, their actions or endeavors devoid of sense gratification. Actions only in Krishna consciousness. Why? Because their actions or endeavors, those who are in full knowledge, they know what is action in an action and what is inaction in action. In action. Reaction of work burned up by the fire of perfect knowledge because they have the knowledge. What kind of knowledge? They know what is body and what is soul. They know about the nature and activity of Lord Krishna. So they are free from all sinful activity. They are actually in perfect knowledge. Their reactions are burnt off by the fire of perfect knowledge. So, Srila Prabhupada example is given over here that Srila Prabhupada was in perfect knowledge. So there was his activity was not belonging to three modes of material nature. All the sinful reactions were burnt up by his perfect knowledge. So knowledge of eternal servitorship of the Lord or acting in constitutional positions or acting in constitutional position. Okay, so that is the fire of knowledge. Because they have the knowledge, they can fight with the imperfection and they come out as perfectionist from them. So that is the knowledge, that kind of knowledge they have. That is there in the verse number 19, 4.19. What is there in 4.20? Activities of one in full knowledge, detached, ever satisfied, independent. Ever satisfied, independent. So activities of one in full knowledge, detached, ever satisfied, independent. So they are detached from all the material sense gratification. They are ever satisfied. Whatever Krishna will give me, I will be happy. Krishna will give me success, I am happy. Krishna will give me failure, I am happy. So it is all the mercy of the Lord. Lord wants me to keep in this situation. So I am happy. It is all the grace of Guru, Sadhu, Shastra. 4.20. त्यक्त्वा कर्मफलासङ्गं नित्यतृप्तो निराश्रयः कर्मणि अभिप्रवृत्तोऽपि नैव किञ्चित् करोति सः. त्यक्त्वा कर्मफलासङ्गं. No attachment with the phal, fruits. Nityatripto nirashrayah. Nityatripto means ever satisfied. Nirashrayah, whatever Lord Krishna is doing for me. Karmani abhipravittopi naiva kinchiti karoti saha. Okay, so whatever Krishna is doing is for benefit of me. I am happy. So completely surrendered soul unto the lotus feet of Lord Krishna. Unto the lotus feet of Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna is so very beautiful. He is so very merciful that he always takes care of his devotees. He always takes care of those who have surrendered unto the lotus feet of Lord Krishna. He is very merciful. So abandoning all attachments to the result of his activities, ever satisfied and independent. Nirashraya. Nirashraya means independent. Nitya Tipto, ever satisfied. He performs no fruitive action. Karmani abhipravittopi. Whatever he doesn't perform, although we'll see that he is involved in all material activities. How he is a sadhu? He is involved in all kinds of material activities. He is a bhukta bhogi, but he is a devotee of Lord Krishna. He is doing the material activity, but he is not attached with the results of action. That's why he is an intelligent person. So that is the tyaktva karma phala sangam nitya tripto nirashrayah karmani abhipravittopi naiva kinchiti karot. That is there in the 4.20. Sadhaka. What is a sadhaka stage? To engage in all kinds of action, detached from the results of activity, performs no fruitive work, ever satisfied, independent of external sources of happiness. So Lord Srila Prabhupada, Lord Krishna is saying four things. Srila Prabhupada has explained in his purport four things: detached from the results of activity, performs no fruitive work, ever satisfied, and independent of external source of happiness. So actions are endeavors. What kind of work they do? They do chanting, they cook for Krishna, they clean for Krishna, they preach for Krishna, they drive for Krishna. Whatever material activity they are doing, they do it for Krishna. So what happens because of this? Because of this dependency on Krishna, devotees are dependent on Krishna, Krishna is dependent on the devotees. So what is the result of depending on Krishna? If you are dependent on Krishna, what will happen? Result will be good. Freedom from bondage of action. You are free. Independent of external source of happiness. He is always happy in Krishna consciousness. So in Krishna consciousness, in Goloka Vindavana Dham, there is no one sad. Everyone is happy. They are enjoying. Why? They are chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra 24 hours a day. 24 hours a day. 7 days in a week. 365 days in a year. They are all time busy in Krishna consciousness activity. That's why for them there is no sinful reaction. They are free from all bondage of action. No? So this is the beauty. This is 4.20. Then we'll see 4.21. So 4.20. is all about activities in one in full knowledge, detached, ever satisfied, independent. No reaction of work. If their actions are in Krishna consciousness, there is no reaction. That is called their activities belongs to akarma, unattached to results of work. So that is akarma. What is akarma? Unattached to results of work. Performs work with following consciousness. Okay, so their activities are under Lord Krishna's instruction according to Guru and Sadhu Shastra. So actions or endeavors, they act in Krishna consciousness, and their actions causes reaction to work. So when you do any activity, if you do perform a particular activity, what will happen? Reaction will work. So because of these reactions, if you are not in Krishna consciousness, what will happen? You will suffer. But those who are in Krishna consciousness, the sinful reaction will not touch them. Right? So that is the thing. Performs works with following consciousness. Visible signs of one acting fully in transcendental knowledge. Acts out of pure love for the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So those who are in Krishna consciousness, pure devotees, authorized person, those who are coming from disciplic succession, they act out of pure love for the Supreme Personality of Godhead, not even attached to his personal maintenance. They don't even pay attention to his personal maintenance also. They do it everything for in the service of Lord Krishna. Not anxious to secure things. They're not anxious, they're not in hurry to secure their things. Though okay. So they are completely under the guidance of Lord Krishna. They are completely under the guidance of bona fide spiritual master. They are completely under the association of devotees. They are completely under the they are completely dependent on Guru, Sadhu, Shastra. Not to protect things already in his possession. Okay? So Rakhe Krishna Mare Krishna Rakhe ke. Okay, so Lord Krishna, whatever you purposes, Lord Krishna protects. If you serve Krishna, Lord Krishna protects your belongings. Does his duty to the best of his ability, leaves everything to Krishna. So he does everything perfect. And rest he leaves on Krishna. Krishna will take care. Krishna will maintain. Krishna will see. Okay, and Lord Krishna is looking for such a devotee. Those who act out of love, not attached to the personal maintenance, not anxious to secure things, nor to protect things already in his possession, does his duty to the best of his ability. Lord Krishna is himself there, present, and he is doing for his devotees. So devotees are serving Krishna, Krishna is serving devotees. Devotees are busy in serving Krishna, and Krishna is busy in serving devotees. So this is the give and take formula. So that is given in 4.20. Now in 4.21. So in 4.21, activities of one in full knowledge, free from sense of proprietorship. Nothing belongs to me. Everything belongs to Krishna. Acts only for the bare necessity. So they act only for just to have something in stomach, to fulfill the stomach. Okay. They are happy. Just I want this much, only one roti, one chapati to have in my stomach to fulfill the stomach. Rest time I will be serving the Lord. Okay. So their activities, they are fully in Krishna consciousness. And they are intelligent. They have the perfect knowledge. They know what is body and soul. They understand the appearance and nature of Lord Krishna. Okay. So they are intelligent. 4.21. निराशीरयत चित्तात्मा त्यक्त सर्व परिग्रह शारीरम केवलम कर्म कुर्वन्नाप्नोति किल्बिषम्. निराशीरयत चित्तात्मा त्यक्त सर्व परिग्रह शारीरम केवलम कर्म कुर्वन्नाप्नोति किल्बिषम्. So Lord Krishna is saying, such a man of understanding acts with mind and intelligence, perfectly controlled, gives up all sense of proprietorship over his possessions, and acts only for the bare necessities of life. Thus, working, he is not affected by sinful reactions. So, those who are in perfect knowledge, they act only for Krishna consciousness. So, action in Krishna consciousness, there is no reaction of work. And that is akarma, belongs to akarma, because akarma means what? Unattached to results of work. So actions or endeavors causes reactions to work and leads to suffering in the material world. Akarma, unattached to results of work, performs work with following consciousness. knows that he is part and parcel of Supreme. So devotees' activities belong to akarma. And akarma is something that you are not attached to the fruits of action. Performs work with following consciousness, knows that he is part and parcel of the Supreme. Understand that the part played by him is not his own activity, but is only being done through him by the Supreme. Example, part of a machine. So we are part and parcel of Lord Krishna. Like a machine. Machine is working. There in machine there are many parts. So all the parts are working together. That's why machine is able to produce a single task, a particular product. Okay. Similarly, we are all living entities, are part and parcel of Lord Krishna. We are all working for Lord Krishna. If you work for Lord Krishna, the final product will be very good, and the result will be very good. Okay. Visible signs of one acting fully in translated knowledge doesn't expect good or bad results in his activities. They are dependent on Krishna, so they don't expect the good and bad results. Mind and intelligence are fully controlled. If they are in Krishna consciousness, whatever Krishna does for me is good. I will accept. Desires always dovetail with the desire of the Supreme. My desire should be fulfill the desire of Lord Krishna, not my desire alone. No desire for personal sense gratification. Maintains himself by his work just to remain fit for action in the transcendental loving service of the Lord. Okay, he just works to maintain himself. Otherwise, Lord Krishna also take care of the maintenance. No real independence. Example, like animal, he has no proprietorship even over his own body. Fully engaged in self-realization, has very little time to falsely possess any material object. For maintaining body and soul, he doesn't require unfair means of accumulating money. He doesn't do any unwanted thing. He doesn't take bribe. He doesn't accumulate unnecessary wealth, laulyam. Okay, so he is very much satisfied. Whatever Krishna gives him, he accepts. That is given in 4.21. 4.22. Activities of one in full knowledge, satisfied, free from duality, does not envy, steady in both success and failure. For them, there is no difference between success and failure. It is all the mercy of the Lord. Okay. So those who are in full knowledge, they are satisfied. I am satisfied. Whatever Krishna, I am dependent on Krishna. So once you surrender unto the lotus feet of Krishna, it is the duty of Lord Krishna that he will take a hold of devotees. Okay. And Lord Krishna always takes care of his devotees. Wherever and someone asked Prabhupada what Lord Krishna is doing every time. Srila Prabhupada said that Lord Krishna is fulfilling the desire of his devotees. And what devotees are doing? Devotees are fulfilling the desire of Lord Krishna. So devotees are serving Krishna. Krishna is serving devotees. So activities of one in full knowledge, satisfied, free from duality, doesn't envy, steady in both success and failure. That is given in 4.22. Let's see 4.22. यदृच्छलाभ संतुष्टो द्वंद्वातीतो विमत्सरः समसिद्धाव सिद्धौ च चित्वापि न निबध्यते यदृच्छलाभ संतुष्टो द्वंद्वातीतो विमत्सरः समः सिद्धाव असिद्धौ च चित्वापि न निबध्यते. Study in both success and failure, duality. Samah siddhav asiddhav. steady in both success and failure, doesn't envy. Dvandva tito vimastra, doesn't envy. Yadrichya labha santushto, satisfied, free from duality. He who is satisfied with gain which comes of its own accord, who is free from duality and doesn't envy, who is steady in both success and failure, is never entangled all the performing acts. You will find that devotees are also doing so many activities in material life, but they are in full knowledge. They are satisfied. They are free from duality, doesn't envy, steady in both success and failure. That is actually done by those who are in perfect knowledge. Okay, so actions are endeavors of work, actions in Krishna consciousness, there is no reaction, and that their activity belongs to a karma, unattached to results of work, performs work with following consciousness. Causes reaction to work, leads to sufferings in material world. Okay, so akarma performs works with following consciousness. What is there? Doesn't make much endeavor, satisfied with gains, independent in his livelihood, labors honestly as far as in his power, satisfied with whatever obtained by his own honest labor, does not allow anyone's service to hamper his own service in Krishna consciousness, doesn't hesitate to work for satisfaction or service of the Lord, and he can participate in any kind of action without being disturbed by the duality. Therefore, steady both in success and failure. So, those who are in perfect knowledge, they are steady in both success and failure. Whatever comes of its own accord, it is the mercy of Lord. That is given in 4.22. 4.23. गत संगस्य विमुक्तस्य ज्ञानावस्थितचेतसः यज्ञाय आचरतः कर्म समग्रं प्रविलीयते. गत संगस्य मुक्तस्य ज्ञानावस्थितचेतसः यज्ञाय आचरतः कर्म समग्रं प्रविलीयते. The work of a man who is unattached to the modes of material nature and who is fully situated in transcendental knowledge merges entirely into transcendence. Okay, so those who are unattached to the modes of work, they are free from this material world. So acting in full transcendental knowledge, unattached to modes, merges entirely into. Those who are in transcendental knowledge, unattached to modes, they merges into the transcendence. They are actually in transcendental knowledge. So persons fully acting in Krishna consciousness can become liberated because he knows his constitutional position in relation to Krishna. He is freed from all duality, hence freed from contaminations of modes of material nature. If he is in Krishna consciousness, if he is in transcendental knowledge, if he is in perfect knowledge, he is free from all kinds of duality. For him, there is no happy, no sad. They always feel happy. They always chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra and be happy. Prabhupada said that chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra and be happy. Hence, mind cannot be drawn from Krishna consciousness. Whatever he does for Krishna. All his work is for satisfying Krishna. So all his acts, yajna, all his work is sacrifice. Okay, so whatever he is doing, if he is doing in Krishna consciousness, so his activities are nothing but yajna. What is yajna? All his work is like sacrifice. What is yajna? Yajna means sacrifice. If his activities are for Krishna, then it is like a yajna. It is like a sacrifice. So he merges into transcendence. Results does not suffer material effects. So although he is working in material activities, material world, it seems like he is enjoying in material world, but he is in perfect knowledge. He is aloof from it. He has knowledge that whatever I am doing doesn't belong to me, it belongs to Krishna. So this is one kind of yajna, one kind of sacrifice. Okay, whatever activity you are doing, if you are not attached to the fruits of action, what is this? This is one kind of yajna, one kind of sacrifice. So this is actually done only by those who are in Krishna consciousness. So we should follow Guru, Sadhu, Shastra. We should chant. We should clean the temple. We should serve the Lord. We should distribute prasadam. We should donate. Okay? We should read scriptures. So these are the transcendental activity. Verse number 24. ब्रह्मार्पणं ब्रह्म हविः ब्रह्माग्नौ ब्रह्मणाहुतं ब्रह्मैव तेन गन्तव्यं ब्रह्म कर्म समाधिना ब्रह्मार्पणं ब्रह्म हविर् ब्रह्माग्नौ ब्रह्मणाहुतं ब्रह्मैव तेन गन्तव्यं ब्रह्म कर्म समाधिना. A person who is fully absorbed in Krishna consciousness is sure to attain the spiritual kingdom because of his full contribution to spiritual activity, in which the consummation is absolute and that which is offered is of the same spiritual nature. Okay, so those who are in Krishna consciousness, they are contributing in Krishna consciousness continuously. Why? Because their entire activity is for Krishna consciousness only. They are fully dependent on Lord Krishna. They have surrendered unto the lotus feet of Lord Krishna. So all activities of a person fully absorbed in Krishna consciousness is absolute. So his dreaming absolute, his working for absolute, his activities are absolute, his Lord is absolute, his work is absolute, his everything is for absolute. So absolute in nature, Brahman. So everything is situated in that Brahma Jyoti, but when the Jyoti is covered by illusion or sense gratification, it is called material engagement, entanglement of jiva. If it is for material gain, then you are entangled. That is called entanglement of jiva. So the Lord is spiritual, and the rays of his transcendental body are called Brahma Jyoti. So the Lord is spiritual. The rays which emanates from, comes out from the body of Lord, transcendental body of transcendental, from the transcendental body of Lord is known as Brahma Jyoti. Okay. So those who work for material gain, they are they are entangled in material work, entangled in material contamination, sure to act in material atmosphere. So absolute in nature means Brahman. What is absolute in nature? Absolute in nature is known as Brahman. The contributor, the contribution, the consumption, the performer, the leader of the performance, the result or ultimate gain. So everything belongs to Krishna. Everything belongs to Krishna. So how to remove material will? Perform activities of material world in Krishna consciousness by complete absorption. You do. We have taken birth in material world, so we have to work for, we have to fulfill the desire of material world. So, but how to come out of it? You work in material activity, you can work in material world, but don't be attached to it. You don't be attached to the fruits of action. Perform it in Krishna consciousness. Okay? Like indigestion caused by milk products is cured by another milk product, that is yogurt or curd. Okay, If you take too much milk product, what happens? Indigestion happens. Okay, how to cure that indigestion? So doctors prescribe again one more milk product, that is yogurt. Take yogurt, take curd. Okay, same way, if you are working in material world, follow the Krishna consciousness, you can come out of. So although it seems that you are working in material world, but actually you are not touched by the fruits of action. You are not desiring for yourself. You are desiring for Krishna. Okay. So acting in this Krishna consciousness, samadhi or trance, mind fully absorbed in Krishna consciousness. Anything done in such transcendental consciousness is called yajna or sacrifice for the absolute. So all the components involved in the sacrifice becomes one with the absolute. So Krishna consciousness is process of converting illusory consciousness into Brahman, spiritual. Brahman means spiritual. So you have to work for the achievement of Brahman. Symptoms, qualities of one working in transcendental knowledge. Verse from 19 to 24. So qualities of one working in transcendence. What are the qualities? Main characteristics, that is given in 4.19. Works without attachment, detached to sense gratification. What are the main characteristics? That is given in the 4.19. Then in 4.20, sadhaka, detached from fruits, acts without fruitive attachment, although engaged in all sorts of undertakings. So although it seems that he is involved in material activity, but he is detached. So that is the job of sadhaka, ever satisfied and independent, and the eternal servitor of Lord Krishna. Then in 4.21, given about siddha, self-controlled mind and intelligence fully controlled. Self-controlled mind and intelligence fully controlled. Freedom from sense of proprietorship. Desires only bare necessity. So they just need only for the sake of fulfill the stomach. Rest of the time they are dependent on Krishna. They are serving fully Krishna. Siddha, sadhaka, siddha, siddh, and siddha in 4.22 told about siddha. Self-satisfaction, satisfied with whatever comes by providence, with no over endeavor. Freedom from duality, nothing can hamper his service. Steadiness, steady in success and failure. Steady in success and failure. Freedom from envy. That is given in Siddha. 4.23, detached from the mode, fully situated in transcendental knowledge. Such kind of work merges into transcendental. So that is given in 4.23. 4.24, absolute quality of a sacrifice performed in Krishna consciousness has no reaction. If you have the absolute quality and you do your whatever activity you are doing, it has got no sinful reaction. Okay. So in 4.24, it is explained, summarized, akarma yajna. So next time we'll see 4.25 to 33, section D. That is all about 4.24. Okay. So we just stop over here. Next time we'll see from 4.25 onward. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. If anyone has question, can ask. Okay, no question. We'll stop over here. वांछा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमः। श्रीमद् भगवद गीता की जय।